Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel. So my last video on the channel, which covered the unboxing of Series 4 of the Jurassic World Snap Squad figures, got a great response. Something like 150 views in 48 hours. Now that may not seem like much at first, but hey, the channel is still growing, and to me, those views look solid. But of course, I need your support to keep the Retro Toy Escapades channel and brand growing, so do take a moment to hit that red subscribe button. Or do I have to get one of these little guys to come bite your finger? Okay, anyway, I found out some interesting stuff after posting up the video, based on the comments and messages I received from a lot of you out there. First of all, Snap Squad is a big hit with most of you. It's not hard to understand why. The figures are in the stylized design form that everyone is crazy for these days, especially since it depicts these dinosaur monsters from the movies in a way most people do not see them, as cute and adorable, but still deadly. And they have a neat gimmick feature that's fun for everyone. Kids love the idea of chomping monster toys, and adults like things that dangle from their clothing, their pockets, and their accessories. Also, these are small enough for you to carry around in case you need a companion to sit beside you at the pub while you're drinking your beer alone. Now, they are well constructed, well sculpted, and probably the most important factor that adds to their collectability is the fact that they are priced very affordably, at roughly $4 American for the international market. Now, the other thing that I found out was that the bulk of these things have mostly only been available in Asia so far, and a lot of people in other countries have been waiting to snap them up, but can't due to distribution methods and strategies that I do not have any insight on so far, unless I can get someone from Mattel's toy division to explain it to me. Now, I come from Malaysia, and the channel is Malaysian based in case you were wondering. Now, supply here has been pretty good. In fact, when it comes to Jurassic World, supply here has been fantastic. I remember when the Quetzalcoatlus came out, sometime in July or August, and I found it in stores, reviewed it on the channel, and then found out that my review was practically the first one to hit YouTube. The same thing with Series 4 Snap Squad here. After the video went out, it turned out that my coverage of the Snap Squad Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus was the first one anywhere on YouTube. In fact, it probably still is. Even sites such as Collect Jurassic, whom I follow and greatly admire, talked about my coverage as well. Hey, thanks guys. Okay, now before I go on, I just wanted to drop a mention that Mattel's Snap Squad and Hasbro's Chomp Squad are two totally different things. Yes, they both have dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs have teeth, but that's where the similarities end. Okay, now let's get into the video topic good and proper. Snap Squad is a big hit. Distribution in Malaysia is solid, and it turns out that a lot of resellers are driving up the secondary market prices to skyrocketing rates online. Now let's check out some of the listed prices in this online shopping app, which those of you who are local will know as Shopee. Okay, so the sales post here is for wave 1 of the 4 figures, which included Blue, the Indominus, the brown T-Rex, and the Indoraptor. And now this is where all the fuss started. So for my international viewers, the currency stated here is in Malaysian ringgit. And 1 ringgit equals to about 4 or so American dollars. Just to give you an idea. Okay, so for all of these figures right here, now if you were to find them at retail, they will be selling for something like 20 Malaysian ringgit per figure, or roughly maybe that comes up to about $5 a piece. Now this set here of all 4 figures is going for 150 ringgit. So that works out to about 38 ringgit per figure, or roughly double the price of what you would pay for each figure if you found them at retail. And that's the same price that they're going with for every single one of these figures. Now look guys, there's no way that every single figure in this series is worth double the price that they're originally supposed to sell for. There's just no way. Now Blue here turned up again in Series 3, and both the Indominus and the Brown T-Rex just turned up in Series 4 as repacks. So look, if you overpaid for these, hey, the joke's on you, player. Now the only figure that I would say is still a rare piece at this point is the Indoraptor. Hot damn, that guy's been hard to track down. So maybe there's one that's really hard to locate in the pack. But that's just one figure, not the entire batch of 4. But we see more examples of this. Now this seller has the whole batch of 4 figures from Series 1 at 199 ringgit. Now that works out to about $12 per figure. $12! I mean, sure, why not? It's interesting that the post mentions how there's been 1 unit of this set sold so far. I guess there's one guy out there that got suckered hard. Over on eBay, we find that the entire clutch of Raptor Squad figures from Series 3 are now priced at 43 ringgit per figure from various sellers. Now this is slightly more than double their original retail prices. So are all of these similarly molded but just differently colored Raptors really worth double the rate? Who decides it? The person who queues up at the store early just to hoard all the goods before anyone else can get to it? Another listing here is for the Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus Snap Squad figures which just came out. Like, they just came out, literally a few days ago. I didn't even know that these were being made. Most of the world didn't either from the looks of it. But you find a listing here where they are already being priced up, with the Mosasaurus being close to double its original supposed retail price. Again, these are just out in stores and already priced up on the secondary market. Seriously, what the hell? Well, I'm going to post up another video after this showing you that with a little bit of perseverance and patience, these can still be found on the packs in the stores. And why shouldn't they? Again, they just came out. There's no reason to overcharge for them. Anyway guys, a lot of us are in the toy trading game too. When it comes to vintage toys from the 80s and 90s and even the early 2000s, you would expect the prices to go up over time, maybe even 5 to 6 times over, because those toys are no longer in production. Now you can't just walk into a store today or go online and buy something that came out in 1985 and expect to pay the same price as what they would have charged for it in 1985. But hey, if any of you can manage otherwise, don't forget to give me a heads up, yeah? But when it comes to new toys that have barely been out for a few weeks to a month, there should not be an immediate scarcity of supply unless buyers are hoarding up the goods to create a demand. Now, I don't think it's fair to overcharge on new toys of any brand, unless, it's a situation where maybe it's a verified exclusive. But that's not what these Snap Squad figures are. These are mass-produced, commercially available toys made for kids. And now we have adult collectors trying to muscle in on the market. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what you thought of it. And let me know if you're into these Jurassic World Snap Squad figures and what figures are turning up in your area. Thanks for joining me. Look out for more videos and do remember to subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys again real soon.